Hey guys, in this video, as you can see, we are back working on the S15, and what we're going to be doing now in preparation for a bit later this year is sanding all this down. As you can see, taking this shine off it and getting it ready for paint. So what we're going to be doing first, the interior and behind the boot, as you know, the inside of the boot there. So we have got all of that to prep and rub down, which we are going to start by using some of this. This is Scotch Brite, as you can see the code, just this stuff. So let's get to it. Okay, I don't know if you can tell how good on camera. See that shiny? I haven't started sanding, and that is quite flat. So this is what we're aiming for, just to take the shine off it all. And it's going to take some time. So guys, after what feels like an absolute eternity, the bay is all sanded, front panel, tubs, firewall, everything inside is done. Which you can imagine, I didn't think, oh, it's not going to be too bad, but it's, when you actually start doing it, there's so much to sand, it's unbelievable. And then the boot. So we are going to start tackling the exterior as the interior is done. It's all keyed, so the bay, the interior and the boot's all done. So basically I've got to wait about a month and a half for that to be painted. But in the meantime, because I'm ahead of schedule for the interior, I'm going to, rather than waste the time, I'm going to start doing the exterior of the shell. So seal, that's the last of the window seal. I've got about half. guys, as you can see, that is the shell fully prepped. So what I'm going to do next, but I've run out, so I've got to order some, is basically what we're doing now is, when I test fitted my kit in a previous video, these are where I drilled through. So obviously I've put the rivnets in, so these are sanded. What we're going to do then is put sacrificial bolts in here, and as you can see, they are everywhere that I need them, across the tunnel, up the back, etc. So sacrificial bolts will be in there when it's sprayed. Rather than trying to re-tap all of these, which would be an absolute nightmare, I'd rather just undo the bolts and throw them, put new ones in. It's a lot easier, and for the sake of a bit of money for bolts, it's just easier than messing up threads and all of that. So that is it for this video, guys. There will be more content, obviously, more sanding and prep, because what we aim to do when we paint the shell, there'll be the inside and the outside of the shell. We're also planning on doing some of the bigger parts like bonnet, boot and doors. Now that the shell's out of the way, prep wise, I can move on to those things. So this is my spare Vertex bumper. What I'd like to try and do is fit these canards that came with the kit. As you can see, these. There we go. Somewhere there, but obviously you've got to find the perfect mounting place for them. Obviously having some extra. So let's get some tape out and have it all this. Somewhat where they need to be. Take some measurements, and then we can attempt to drill the bumper, because the way these mounted as bolts through the back here, we'll have a look at that in a sec. What you want to do next, get them roughly there by eye, and then you want to start taking measurements. So what I've done with the tape, held it at the bottom of the bumper, hold it at the top, lock it off, and then obviously you've got your measurement. Reference that with the other side, keep going back and forth, tweaking it, retaping it until they're good. And then what I've done then, once the back, then I've penciled this the back edge, just because if there's any movement, any sign of I can move that back. So it's perfect. Get a flat or street edge, whatever. Put that on here, and then you're going to be taking your next measurement down from there, and on the other side, in my case, is 15mm. And once you're happy with that, you can then pencil the outline of the canard. So let's just double check this is 15 now, which it is. So make sure nothing moves, and then just okay. Now you can remove these, and what you want to do next is work out where to drill. Right then, pull them off. As you can see, these mount the 3 holes there. So the only way there is, what you could do is put markers on there, like a bit of paint, and then try and line that up to be roughly there. But what I'm going to do is take measurements, mark then at intervals where they're going to be, and then obviously you've got this as a guide to go centre, so measure from the very end in, from there to the next one. Obviously it's a bit around a curve, so it's going to be a bit more awkward, but you should be there or thereabouts. So if we take the first one, that's where it's going to be, and it's 50mm in from the edge. So obviously the centre, put that in. Okay, we have our markings now. So what I'm planning on doing now, because there's no way, you know, of getting it super accurate drilling these. So what I plan on doing is making the holes a little bit bigger, and then because you can always hide a washer on the back side, and it really won't make any difference, because obviously when that's on, you aren't going to be seeing anything, any of the mounts, you know. What we're going to do now is, just as an extra reference point, is measure down from the top side, because if you look at this, it doesn't quite look in the centre, it looks a bit over. Just as another reference point from here down, and then reasonably you've done everything you can to be as accurate as possible. Next mark. Okay, I'll get the drill now and chuck these on. Vertex supply you with hardware for this, but I'm just using these for now because the hardware isn't here. So, but for test fitting purposes, these will be fine. So they've gone straight in. So obviously that method is okay. So let's just check this. So this one is a touch low, so we can just, obviously I've drilled these the exact size of the bolt, so there's no play at all for adjustment, you know. But other than that, the middle and the top one are spot on. So that method is very good. I'll just show you the back of it now to get an idea of the mounting. So they just like that. So obviously if you had like what I'm probably planning on doing is like a rubber backed washer, obviously not huge but bigger than this, and then you can obviously elongate the holes or just drill one size bigger, just so you got that tiny bit of adjustment with it, and then you can get it absolutely perfect. So nice, quick, simple one. Obviously I'll go ahead and install the other side, and then that is how you fit canards to your bumper. So nice quick one, but as always, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll catch you on the next one.